Jamaican music group Morgan Heritage finally omo reveal the entire omo de Shatta Wale eto omo My Homeland album no eso. There were a lot of artists in Africa and as a Ghana, but ye share artists omo choose to be on My Homeland album now. Shatta Wale is one of them. Now omo narrative and as omo can the potintia omo fresh Shatta Wale instead of other artists. Now utie in some Morgan Heritage can omo chiremu say Shatta Wale one of the soft artists they can reach out say can musicians Ghana almost in your man Shatta Wale Ghana no influence a lot of people Ghana so some de Shatta Wale album so bibia beko smooth and na utie nsema mosaka fa Shatta Wale ho bibia de answer say o deserve say omode to My Homeland album no so mamenka mo say Morgan Heritage a music group bia they are not just a music group keke omo winning a Grammy award it is all come musicians a Jamaica untimi count without mentioning Morgan Heritage and for one count without wasting my time no yenti ensema Morgan Heritage a kind during interview and answer nsema omo kan e de fa Shatta Wale no
generation and the past generation had for the present day heritage family,
yes,
and still to come.
For sure.
One more time, welcome to town. But let me take this off the collaboration with you and Shatta on this particular new jam. Tell us about it. Let's hear from Peter.
Yeah.
First of choice, why Shatta? Tell us where this was shot. Was it shot in Ghana or?
It was shot here in Ghana and Uganda.
And in Uganda.
Yes, because there's another artist on the record called Jose Chameleon from Uganda.
I love his voice. He was the one singing in there, right?
Yes, in the first verse.
Love his voice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I mean, the song came together. It's been years in the making that we've worked on it. It was presented to us by RJ, the DJ from Tanzania.
Okay.
He works with Diamond Platinums. He's a producer, DJ, and he created this thing and he saw a vision of us and Jose together. But after us and Jose was on the record, we was like, this is not finished. And we was like, let's go to Ghana and get the man. And Gramps made the link happen with Shatta, and Shatta was more than willing and ready, and the song is called Ready, so he was ready.
Yeah.
And, he put his fire on it, and now we have the song ready.
Wow.
And you ask, why Shatta? I mean, it's Ghana, and the artists here we love and respect. I mean, we have a song on the album with Stone Boy. That featured Stone himself with Bounty Killer, Baby Sham, and we also have a song on the album with Rocky Duwini.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yes, which features an artist from Senegal named Lada Lajiman. So we have 3 artists, and it's the only country in Africa that has 3 artists on the album.
Yeah.
Big up.
Yeah, that's really good.
I mean, we probably have said this before, but what informs the choice in terms of strategy in selection of artists? To be on the album.
The music itself speaks, and it calls for who sounds good, who we think would sound good on it.
Can we push? Can I push a bit harder on this one? I mean, there are thousands of African artists.
Yeah.
Plenty across that. The entire continent, millions. Yes. But something still must gravitate towards selecting one.
Absolutely. I mean, even there's artists on this album where people would not know about them. Like we have 2 artists from South Africa. We got S Villa on the album and Flora Gray on the album. They're from South Africa. And people probably in Ghana don't know about them. Like you said, there's thousands and thousands of artists across Africa. The talent in Africa it's unmeasured. It's like
I felt that
nowhere else.
Yeah, because I mean, especially right now where all eyes are on Africa, so you guys are also helping bring in other Afro beats and Afrobeat artists to people's ears that haven't heard them before. So that's
very true. And like you said, globally, the sound that people are gravitating to is the Afrobeat song from Nigeria. But there's so much more from Africa than Afrobeats. Part of the mission for us is to let the world know that, look, it's just like in America. You're not going to call every black artist's music R&B. Some do R&B, some do gospel, some do hip-hop, and that's the diversity of black people. So in Africa, every artist across Africa is not an Afrobeat artist. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like out of South Africa, Mojo taught me about a sound that's called Amapiano. It's making waves across the international world now, and they're still saying it's Afrobeat.
You told them about it.
You know, and it's not Afrobeat.
It's not. Totally different.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you have music from East Africa. You have music from Ghana. Like, you guys have created so much different types of music, you know?
And actually inspired Afrobeat, the original. Yeah. You know, when Fela was spending time here. Yeah. So...
and that's a history that a lot of people don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I was taught that when I came here about the music called hip life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hip life,
high life.
It's both.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the same.
No,
it's different.
Yeah.
Hip life is a derivative, you know, pioneered by Reggie Rockstone.
Okay,
Putting rap on sampled high life.
Wow.
Reggae dance or whatever. Basically sample hip hop style. You know how they used to sample blues, jazz
old
in New
school.
York, old school? Yeah, that boom bap vibe, we call it hip
cool.
life. But how do you blend? So when you say Morgan Heritage, everybody thinks reggae, dancehall, blah, blah, blah. But you are speaking about so many different genres. Do you ever feel limited like, yo, we're reggae people? You know, so like you hear a song and you're like, call this person who's doing Kwaito. I'm like, yeah, but we're reggae folk. Do you ever have that conflict or anything? Or are you open to work with whoever?
Yeah, our upbringing, you know, being born in Brooklyn, New York, and educated in Springfield, Massachusetts, we were exposed to two different worlds. So in Brooklyn, New York, we were exposed to urban music. And in Springfield, Massachusetts, we were exposed to pop music. So whatever was really crossing over from rock and roll and R&B and things like that. And, you know, when you talk about artists like Duran Duran, Bon Jovi, Guns N' Roses, you know, as well as people like New Edition, Whitney Houston, Anita Baker. That's what
that's true.
New England, you know, education, being in that world, exposed us to. So having that type of musical upbringing, you know, and don't forget about At Home, the reggae foundation, it made us able to adapt in different styles of music very easily and not lose sight of who we are and still be true to our essence as, you know, reggae artists.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Off the back of that question, I wanted to ask about something similar, but probably a different twist. So what is the Morgan Heritage sound that you don't steer away from in order not to lose brand and with the people? Because we were talking about something earlier on where some Ghanaian artists that were talking about, you know, he used to take off his shirt, Kwesi Arthur take his shirt